Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. I am sad to be reporting another shooting hoax. This is the second shooting hoax in recent months in South Carolina. If you can remember, there was recently the shooting of Walter Scott, where the mainstream media showed television audiences a police officer pull out their gun, unload their clip from about 20 to 30 feet behind the man, to which he responded to zero of the bullets before randomly falling to the ground. And then the media even showed us, it showed the police officer get behind Walter Scott, arrest him. It showed Walter Scott moving around. You could see no blood anywhere. Nothing about this looked realistic. It looked like a very poorly acted movie scene. But then the media told us that Walter Scott was killed by the officer's gunfire. A complete and deliberate hoax. And yet, all throughout this nation, people talk about that shooting as if it's real, as if it's a great injustice. It just shows you how blind people are at this moment in history. Anyway, Truth Seeker, in my recent posts, I've been talking about how all of these stories are connected to Lupercalia this year in the upcoming September 23rd visit with the Pope. Recall that the Pope will be visiting Philadelphia, one of 7 churches named in Revelation, the final book of the Bible. Revelation is where the name Philadelphia comes from, the original capital of the United States before Washington, D.C. Notice that they have hate crime here in parentheses. Hate crime equals 46. This number they're loving to code into the police shootings at this moment in history. Just saw that in the Dallas police shooting from this weekend and several other shootings before. This headline, he obviously is extremely dangerous, sums to 151. Interestingly enough, this number's been popping up quite a bit this week, 151. Something to think on. With regards to South Carolina, in simple English gematria, it sums to 156. This number connected to God. God in English gematria is 156. Notice that Walter Scott, the man who was shot recently in South Carolina, at least in the hoax of a story, also sums to 156. These are the images from the church shooting supposedly tonight. I noticed right away this green stands out. A lot of green, Ebola green. Quite the outfit he's got on here. Church in 2015. The spokesperson for this is Charleston Mayor Joe Riley. Riley's a 33 name. So often the spokespeople for these shooting hoaxes have 33 names. Riley, 33. The church was Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. Gematria of 177 and 96. The police spokesperson was Police Chief Greg Mullen. Check out the name Police Chief Greg Mullen, True Seeker. 119. Kind of like 911 for police. Or Star of David also has a simple English gematria of 119. And this shooting comes 98 days before September 23rd, the day the Pope visits. 98 days until September 23rd, this church shooting. This is also another black on white story. Here, I'll just show you this real quick on gematrix.org, Truth Seeker. Just type in these phrases. The mainstream media loves to code 113 in. Black and white. We're getting all these black and white hate stories. Notice black and white sums to 113. Just like mainstream. Just like dishonest. Just like green screen. The things the media relies on. Dishonesty, green screen. We don't have the names of the victims. When they come out, I will decode those. Notice they say the suspect is at large. They like to keep doing this. Also, Truth Seeker, look at how CNN's article begins. A white man walked into a historic African American church in Charleston, South Carolina, and opened fire during a Bible study class. Bible study class, True Seeker has a gematria of 74. Interesting. Very Christian number. Jesus and Cross are 74. Bible study class sums to 74. Killing 9 people Wednesday evening. The suspect was still at large early Thursday morning, and the shooting at the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church, the oldest AME church in the South, is being investigated as a hate crime. The only reason someone would walk into a church and shoot people that were praying is hate, said Charleston Mayor Joe Riley. 8 churchgoers died at the scene, a 9th at a hospital, police said. You know, the only people who are filled with hate are these liars who do this and manipulate populations of people. You know? So many people don't know this is a hoax, and they are terribly, traumatically impacted right now. It's disgusting, Truth Seeker. You know? It's nice for those of us who are awake to realize these are hoaxes right off the bat. We don't even have to think about it. We know what the media is up to. We know what they're trying to achieve. But so many people aren't clued in. And they're just getting angrier and angrier with each one of these hoaxes that's waged against us. Let's watch the mainstream CNN coverage. Don Lemon is going to give it to us. Don, a 33 name. Everything about CNN's 33. Here we go.
We're finally getting some pictures in from Charleston, South Carolina. If we can put them up. There they are.
True Seeker, I just want to point out this video is 1 minute and 32 seconds. That's 33 times 4. The Philadelphia train crash, everything about that was 98. Remember, this is 98 days till September 23rd. That train crash was at 9:23 p.m. 222 days before September 23rd. Amtrak equals 222. Anyway, it crashed on May 12th, the 132nd day of the year. The numbers they like to code, they put everywhere, even in the links of the video clips they give us.
Now, they're on the scene of this shooting at a church, according to Charleston Police Department. The Twitter feed, the shooting happened at 9 p.m., apparently an address that corresponds with the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church there. Let's go to the ground now, to the scene. Our CNN producer, Ashley Kilo, joins us now. Ashley, what are you seeing there?
We are still seeing a lot of fire trucks. There's still a lot of activity going on with police, but we just don't know exactly what happened, if they're still looking for a suspect. There's a lot of details that are still missing at this point. John?
And you have no information.
Is this fire truck really flying a "Don't Tread on Me" flag? I mean, give me a break.
On victims, right?
We do not. There are obviously unconfirmed reports out there, and we are trying to figure out how many people were injured or if it got worse than that, and we will get those details as soon as we can.
Yeah, and thank you, Ashley. Stand by. Listen, and as you can see the scene right there. Again, this is Charleston, South Carolina. The scene is 110 Calhoun Street, which corresponds with the Emmanuel AME Church. Again, the shooting happened about 9 o'clock. The last official word from the police department is that they were looking for a white male, 21-year-old suspect wearing Timberland boots, slender, small build, wearing a gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. And again, you're looking at the scene in Charleston, South Carolina. Make sure you stick with CNN for the very
122 retweets. True Seeker, this stuff's creepy. In the last post where I just talked about the LeBron James, I showed how the number 122 is all connected to this crap too. Too much.
latest on this breaking news.
So there it was. Not much of a crime scene. Just there's probably nothing going on in that church. It just shows you how this is all synced up. The churches, the media, all the corruption. Let me call out Don Lemon real quick. So Don, in simple English gematria, whoops, D's the fourth letter. Don is a 33 word. His last name is Lemon. Lemon's an interesting word. It's significant because this is the number coded all over black people. 59. This name they give him, Don Lemon, 3359. And he probably doesn't even know it. Just a media stooge willing to sell out people, lie to them through the camera. I know Don Lemon's definitely a part of it. He's been in Ferguson and all the other hoaxes. CNN is the CIA. Might as well be. Federal Government Propaganda Broadcasting Network. So is the entire mainstream media, but CNN's the worst. It is the flagship. So, That's pretty much it, Truth Seeker. A lot of typical numbers. Another hoax by the numbers, syncing up with what's coming on September 23rd. All right, until next